Alrighty, we are back. We're playing Villain Theory's Master Blaster Aggression Cyclops deck. This is part of the Unusual X-Men series, which we have. I played with Villain Theory for one of those with the. This is Gambit. This is not Cyclops. For his Gambit deck, and I also played the No, not Cyclops, Colossus deck. So we got the Cyclops, which I think this is my favorite alt art. I think the Cyclops alt art just looks so freaking epic. But Villain Theory here in the chat, this is all about utilizing multi attacks. And so, and if I am incorrect in what I am saying, I go ahead and apologize. um, but this is all about multi attacks, and so what we're going to be using, let's just flip over to the deck. This is your personal favorite deck of your unusual. Oh, sweet, nice, nice, very fun. Let's go ahead and flip over to the computer. We'll take a look at the deck. So Master Blaster. So Cyclops is known for his allies and tactics, and yet his superpowers are related to the devastating optical blast. And so how can we use that? So multi attacks for the optic blast, and then we're going to be using basically just. I need to stop cleaning. I'm over here just cleaning the table, trying to talk at the same time. But we can use aggressive energies, warrior skills to pump up the 1x1s as well as the ricochet beams. And villain, as from what I understand with this comment here, where was it? Is that if we had, wherever it is, ricochet beam, we can attack the same damage. Yep, exploit weakness. So if you're targeting the same target twice, they ruled against that originally, but it's been resolved. So if you do a ricochet beam against a exploit weakness target, then that's going to be, 4 and 4. If you go aggressive energy and warrior skill on top of that, that's 12 damage for a ricochet beam, making this a really, really aggressive deck. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I think that's a lot of fun. Fix my, there we go. Yep. So using only 2 copies of Ricochet Beam, we're going to be using Mutant Education. We can also use Phoenix to pull them back. And then just a lot of ways to get in those multi attacks. And so I'm pretty excited for this one. Mulligan priorities are X Mansion, because that one, I guess, can heal, but also gets you the card draw off of Mutant Education. And then I do like this tip, the Ruby Quartz Visor. We're not going to be playing that until we see the testing. There's also a world where you spend 2 aggressive energies for even more damage than listed here, but it's rare. It didn't happen in your testing. Nice. Um, cool. Good luck. Let's go back to the table. Okay. So, we'll talk about the deck. Villain, you want to choose a matchup, something that you think will really stress test the deck well? Let's go. Let's pull up all the standard and expert stuff. This one, when I was looking through, because I've looked through mutagen formula with fantasy again. I'm down. The same matchup as last time. Oh, we said we were doing Sentinels. We did say we were gonna do Sentinels, which I think, yeah, I think if we run Sentinels, it's probably, like, we can go mutagen with Sentinels. That'd be chaotic. As a multi-attack, it does like a few minions. Anyone is fine in multiplayer, but in solo, definitely wants at least an average amount of minions. What if we do Sentinels and Goblin? I have too much stuff around on this table. Sounds great. Sweet. And then because of who I am, I just kind of like, we're done with Green Goblin. We don't need that. And just kind of tossed it somewhere. So now I need to find it again. Oh, here we are. Sweet. All the Goblin stuff. Fantasy is such a fun set. There's all the goblin stuff. Let's go ahead and here's our standard. That. And we've got sentinels. Ooh, all the good stuff. All the sentinels. Where did I put the goblin? There, no? Well, we could just, say that we're never going to progress to 2. And we don't have to find 2. That's fine. Oscorp must have started making its own sentinels. I love that theme. That's great. That's great. Oh, wait. Here we are. Sweet. Okay. Let's talk about the deck. So, we talked about it a little bit, but the allies in it is Forge, X, Sunfire, Psylocke, Dazzler, Beast, and Pixie. So a good bit of Confuse, which helps us roll down and take advantage of the mutant education. And once we have, X Mansion out, that, is net 0 cards. But we also get to start shuffling in some of those mutant specific, or I'm sorry, identity specific events, which is probably going to be Ricochet Beam, especially in something that we're having so many minions in. And so Ricochet Beam is going to be able to increase the damage output with the warrior skill, as well as, where did I put here my resource cards, aggressive energies. And so that's the main combo, but we also have a couple copies of 1x1. So now 1x1 with an aggressive energy and a warrior skill is a 4/4. And if we kill a minion, or I guess it's a 4, 1 for 4, which already is pretty good value, right? We talked about that in the most recent video, is that we want 2 damage per effective resource, so we're right there on par. But if we take out a minion, which we can with the 1x1, then we get to deal 4. So now it's 2 for 8, and we're getting significant value out of the 1x1. See, look, villain, I learn. I listen to what you say. So we got that. We also got some resource generators with Helicarrier. I did have a question. Why Helicarrier over X-Jet, villain? I'm curious about that. Is it because we're not running Mutant and we can use Helicarrier and Alter and we can't use X-Jet and Alter? Or is there another reason? Marshall and then X-Gene. And then we got Utopia to stand peeps up. And then Devils to flush it out. I'm really excited for this deck. I think this is going to be a really fun deck. I also just, the more I play Cyclops, the more I enjoy Cyclops. The more I really enjoy Cyclops. We start with 10 health. And Green Goblin has 18 to start. And nope, Crystal Ball is not here. But we do need a Thrall. Alrighty, let's get this shuffled up. Put a Goblin Thrall into play engaged with each player, Vance. And then this starts with 2. We throw it out at 7. We'll deal some encounter cards to ourselves. X-Jet is good too, but sometimes you flip down and want to do something or play something. Yeah. That I was more curious rather than criticizing. I was just like, because usually I default to X-Jet, Quinn Carrier, and then if I need a second one, or if I'm bringing it to a multiplayer game, sometimes I'll run Helicarrier. Helicarrier also, you can have as many of them on the table as you want, so works there. Alrighty, this Goblin Thrall with Guard stands no chance to my 1x1. We get 2 encounter cards to start us out. Good stuff. Cyclops can throw a lot of damage, and it's going to be really fun to kind of lean away from, the really strong X-Men. I mean, like, we do have a lot of really strong X-Men in this deck, but lean away from that strategy and kind of focus on the Optic Blast. I think that's a really fun way to do it, because it does feel like Cyclops is being pulled in like 3 directions almost. I guess 2. But like the Optic Blast with the tactic upgrades, and then the allies, I feel like are 2 different things that are 2 different ways that we're being pulled in. And so, yeah. Alrighty, we're looking for X Mansion. Got practice defense, aggressive energy, ruby quartz visor, phoenix, field commander, and a helicarrier. I think we mulligan pretty much everything but the helicarrier. We could keep phoenix. Phoenix could help. Yeah, there's a lot of X-Men here, but in this deck, the X-Men and tactics are all there to support, to enhance his blasting, as opposed to most of his builds, which are focused on allies entirely. Nice, yeah. The only thing that I would consider keeping here is Phoenix, but I think we're gonna mulligan Phoenix just because I don't love. There's not anything that I really want to grab from my discard pile. We got X Gene, love seeing that. Warrior skill is also nice. Practice defense. 1x1. Oh, dang. And mutant education. 2, 4, 6. Alrighty, we will go through and we will go find a priority target. Bye, Goblin Thrall. It was nice knowing you. Alright. So we use our constant training ability there to do that. So let's... Alrighty. Priority target when starting with a minion. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, we're going to go 1x1 mutant education practice defense to play a helicarrier. Helicarrier is going to allow us to get an X gene onto the table. And then we will go ahead and drop a priority target on the Thrall. We'll jump up. We will use our Optic Blast, spend 1 resource, deal 3 damage to the Thrall, which will trigger priority target, drawing us into a Tactical Brilliance and a Utopia. I want to play Utopia. We'll thwart 2 here. Or we could leave the 2 there, and instead we could use Utopia to drop Tactical Brilliance and then go grab another priority target, knowing that we're probably going to grab it. I think we're actually going to do that. Let's use X Gene Utopia for Tactical Brilliance. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Then we get to get a tactic card, which is going to be priority target. We're just going to hang on to that. And then we'll attack Green Goblin for 1. Yes. Blood makes the grass grow. We'll stand up. We got Forge. Nice. Energy. Nice. Exploit weakness. 2, 4. And a beast. We'll go 1 here. Green Goblin's going to take a swing at us for 2. We'll take it to the face. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we get to place a threat here. And we got 3 encounter cards coming our way. Our first one is an Overrun when defeated. Comes in with 1. When defeated in player order, each player must discard 2 cards from the encounter deck and put each goblin minion into play. Oh, we got to gang up. That's a scary thought. So it's going to be 2 plus a boost card. We'll take it. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another threat. And we've got an assault. Okay, well that's not good. I guess we'll defend. It's going to attack for 2. Put Goblin Nation into play. So 3 total. We'll take 1 damage and place another threat. Because this automatically goes. Well, that was an intense first turn. We didn't get any minions. What's going on? Yo. Alright. We can overrun. We're good. We're good. Oh, but we're exhausted. That's annoying. Let's go Helicarrier, exploit weakness and energy for a beast. We'll grab energy back. But I do like the idea of grabbing aggressive energies. Beast will thwart here. We'll discard a 1, 2, no minions. Just kind of hoping for a minion there. Okay. We'll go energy for Forge. We'll go find X Mansion. That was the next card. Nice. The minions are scared. You gotta run on them. Exactly. You got them on the run. That just means they're all gonna show up later. I mean, we drew an advance and a gang up, so I'm feeling pretty okay actually about just staying in hero form. If we flip down, we have X Mansion, which we can trigger, but we'll thwart 1 here. We have a blocker, so we're fine. Let's go ahead and stand up. Hang on to both of these cards. We got aggressive energy, 1 by 1, 2, 4, mutant education. So we will take a trip down south later. We got 1. Green Goblin's going to attack for 2, 3 with Goblin Nation. Will block with Forge. Hey, a Thrall. Nice. Forge dies. Thrall's attacking us for 2. That's really annoying. We have an aggressive energy 1 by 1. We'll defend. Encounter card is a Goblin Thrall. Sweet. Perfect, actually. That's pretty awesome. Alright, let's go priority target here on the Thrall. We'll go aggressive energy 1 by 1, 3, 3. Kill both of the Thralls. Priority target will trigger, and we'll draw 2. Priority target and mutant education. Okay. Beast will thwart 2 here. Helicarrier and priority target will play X Mansion. We'll flip down. We will play Mutant Education to shuffle identity-specific cards. For some reason, I thought it was events, but it's cards, which is really good. Honestly, probably Tactical Brilliance. We're about to need some threat. And then let's take another priority target. The priority targets are going to... No, we're just going to do 2 priority targets, honestly. They're so good. And we have another one, so we're actually shuffling 4 cards back in. But depending on what we draw... Priority target, Phoenix, and of course Ricochet Blaster. Use your... I haven't seen a Ricochet Blast. That's... I would throw Ricochet Blast back in there, but we haven't seen any. Then we get to draw a card into Pixie. Interesting. X Mansion, I guess, will heal 1 from me. We'll go Mutant Education. We'll go Phoenix. And Tactical Brilliance here. We get to draw into a Tactical Brilliance. Alrighty. Stand up. We're going to toss Tactical Brilliance. I'm thinking we're going to scheme out here. Right? Because we got 1, takes us to 3. If we pull a 2 boost card, we scheme out. Now we start with 4. So Tactical Brilliance could still work. But I think we're going to use Beast to thwart Pixie to bring him back. And so we're going to get 4 thwarting out of it. So I'm not 100% sure Tactical Brilliance works super well right now. So let's go ahead and toss that. We're going to go Pixie. Genius. Warrior Skill. Nice. Ricochet Beam. 2, 4. Dazzler. 5. Tactical Brilliance is 6. Alrighty. We'll go 1. Goblin's going to scheme for 2. Plus 3 is 5. So that's going to pop. Each player not engaged with a goblin minion must discard 3 cards from the encounter deck and put the first goblin minion they discard this way. Oh no, it's monster. That's not good. Cool. And then this comes in and starts with 4. Monster's going to scheme for 1. Encounter card is Goblin Glider. Attach the enemy with the highest printed hit points and without another copy of Goblin Glider attached. Alrighty, so Goblin's swinging at us for 4, so that's cool. Monster looks like he wants to get blasted. Yeah, Monster's going to get rocked here, I think. Let's go ahead and use this to go and grab a priority target. We'll go ahead and heal 1 from Cyclops. Beast. We'll thwart 2 here. Knocks Beast out. We will flip up to Cyclops. X-Gene Helicarrier. Yeah, to play Ricochet Beam. We don't need to do the Warrior skill yet. So 3/3. We get to draw 2. Martial Prowess and a Tactical Brilliance. Interesting. Alrighty. Play Genius for a Pixie. Go grab Beast. Kind of in this build mode right now. I'm going to toss Warrior Skill, Dazzler, Tactical Brilliance for Beast. We're going to grab our Genius and play Martial Prowess with it. Alrighty. I like building. We're going to thwart 2 here. We'll thwart 3 here. Now we got Martial Prowess ready. Just getting everything built up. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. We've got a priority target. Beautiful. A full blast. So satisfying. X. 1 by 1, 2, 4. And a exploit weakness. We're going to throw 1 here on the main. Goblin's going to attack. We'll block with Pixie. He's attacking for 3. Goblin Thrall comes into play. Pixie is not surviving that one. Goblin Thrall hits us for 1. That's fine. Because I have a 1 by 1. Which doesn't work. Not perfectly. And then we've got a encounter card, which is a Sentinel Mark 6 with Quick Strike. Hits us for 2. Ew. We'll take it. Down to 1. Alrighty. So now, let's use Helicarrier to play full... No, I'm sorry. Play Exploit Weakness on the mark. Three. We'll go priority target on him as well. Alrighty. Beast will attack, and since Exploit Weakness is here, he does 3 damage. Then we will use a Martial Prowess to 1 by 1. So it's 3, 2. Priority target triggers. We get to draw into a Strength. Beautiful. Oh, and a Phoenix. Nice. I think we'll... Strength and Phoenix will play Professor X. X will thwart there. I'm trying to think if there's indirect. Bet the Cyclops deck is fun with the Western. Oh my goodness, I bet it. Yes, I'm sure it is. That'd be so cool. We're confusing here. The pumpkin bombs deal indirect if they trigger after an attack. We'll lose efficiency with X. We'll flip down. We'll heal for 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll play a little bit more conservatively here. We'll toss the full blast. We don't need it. I'm still building. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. We got a Sunfire. Beautiful. Ricochet Beam. Psylocke. Encounter card. We're at 5 health now. I feel a lot better about that. If I can get Psylocke onto the table, that's going to help a lot. And then Sunfire to get rid of the glider, which will be nice. We got a Mutant Education, Ruby Quartz Visor, and 1x1. Alrighty, we got 1x1 back. Nice. We'll add 2 threats here. Goblin is confused. Thrall adds 1 more. I feel Cyclops is one of the X-Men that just gets better and better each X-Men cycle. Just a few cards that work, but allies as well. I just love his builds. I think Gambit is probably my favorite, but he's becoming one of my favorites. I am having a ton of fun with Cyclops. He's so cool. Cut off card. Discard an upgrade or support you control. Ew. Should be X Gene. Sad. Cyclops is up there for me. Just so many fun builds in every aspect. Yeah. Wolverine. Oh, Wolverine is good too. And then we've got a Goblin Soldier. Sweet. Okay. X goes away. Where are my Sentinels? We ordered Sentinels. we had one that came out and took me within an inch of my life. Mansion will heal me for 1. I do think that they did come back and ruled that said that we could play Mutant Education, shuffle 0, and draw 1, right? I do think we got a... We need more. Yeah, next, interested to see what Evo brings for Yeah. Yeah. Which I think a lot of those are X-Force allies and not X-Men allies, but I think there are some X-Men allies. I can cycle Mutant Education though, right? Like, let me go find priority target. Throw that on the Thrall. Wonder if we'll get a new scenario pack. I would assume so. I assume we'll get a scenario pack. I think that those are doing better. I really like the scenario packs. Those are some of my favorite products, honestly. Priority target there. Phoenix has got a lot more support from next level. Yeah, Sonic is getting a lot of good stuff. That's very true. We're gonna do it. Cycle. We got Pixie. Another mini camp. I love the mini campaign. I thought that was awesome. I really enjoyed that. I'm gonna go priority target actually on the Goblin Soldier. No. Does that? Yeah, that works like that. Yes, yes. Okay, sweet. While we're down here, we're at 6. We'll heal. 1, 2, 3. Then we'll flip up. We got a Martial Prowess and a Ruby Quartz Visor to play Ricochet Beam, deal 3 damage here, and then 3 damage here. Bythrall. Then we'll go Helicarrier for a 1/1, so 2 and 2. And we take a damage from killing the soldier. Priority target is going to trigger. We get to draw into a priority target and a forge. Honestly, I think here we just drop our hand for Psylocke. Or we could go priority target forge for Sunfire, toss the Goblin Glider with Pixie, and hang on to Psylocke for next turn. Would love to see a Wakanda Forever and a Ragnarok mini campaign. That would be, yeah, that'd be a really fun way to revisit them as well, right? Because you don't have to dedicate a full box, but get like a off-theme mini campaign, and maybe throw a couple player cards in there too, like the revised or the um what are they called? The Arkham Horror, the one where they go back and revisit campaigns. We're gonna hang on to Psylocke. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go priority target Forge for Sunfire. We'll use Pixie to toss this. Return to. Thank you. Thank you. We have Psylocke for next turn. Sunfire is going to throw 2 at the villain. We'll stand up. We got Psylocke we're hanging on to. Exploit weakness. Energy. Tactical Brilliance. Mutant Education. 2, 4, 5. That's it. 1. Green Goblin's attacking will block with Sunfire. So 2 plus Shadows. Encounter card is a Goblin Thrall. Perfect. Is it perfect? I don't think it's actually perfect. We'll use a Exploit Weakness, Energy, and Tactical Brilliance. Wait, hold on. We have so many resource generators. Let me think about that real quick. Let's go Helicarrier, Energy, and Exploit to play Psylocke. This is also a guard, which is annoying. Let me rewind that a little bit. So this is our hand. I'm going to actually use Energy to play Tactical Brilliance, which will remove 3. Which will bring priority target. There. We will use Exploit Weakness to Optic Blast the Thrall. We'll draw 2. 1, 2. We'll use Helicarrier, Tactical Brilliance, Exploit Weakness, Mutant to play Psylocke. Now we will use Psylocke and one of her Psionic counters to hit Goblin for 2 and Confuse. We're at 8. We'll thwart this down, I guess. We'll flip down. X-Mansion will heal Beast. Beast will attack for 2. Stand up. Aggressive Energy, Strength. 1/1. Practice defense. Utopia. Full blast. I'm looking for those warrior skills. I tossed them early and I was hoping to get them back early, but not so far. We got one Goblin is confused. Encounter card is a Lost Visor. Search your hand, deck, discard pile, everything for a Lost Visor. We are all for the Ruby Quartz Visor. We're already in Alter Ego, so that's actually beautiful. Good call, villain. Okay. On our turn, we will exhaust to add Ruby Quartz Visor to our hand and remove Lost Visor from the game. Beautiful. Strength to play Ruby Quartz Visor. Utopia practice defense to play. I'm sorry, Utopia and full blast to play Utopia. We'll have used Helicarrier. No, we're fine. We're fine. Let's go ahead and Psylocke do the same thing. So 2 damage and confuse. X-Mansion will heal Beast. We'll attack for 2. 1, 2. We will have used the Helicarrier instead of Full Blast. We're going to hang on to Full Blast. I think we're getting close to potentially a 1-turn kill. Okay. We've got an aggressive energy, a 1/1, and a full blast in our hand. We have 1 priority target, 2 priority target down there. We have exploit weakness. We have another exploit weakness, which we can grab. Sweet. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I may pitch 1/1. Like that would be the only thought, would be to pitch 1/1. Because if we have 1 ricochet beam there. So we have another ricochet beam coming. And my guess is that we only are gonna see 1 encounter card though. That promo art looks like the movie. It really does, doesn't it? Colossus vs. Juggernaut is gonna be super chunky. Yeah, I am so pumped for next evolution. It's gonna be such a good box. I've already heard really good things. I think we're gonna toss 1/1. We're gonna roll the dice a little bit. Aggressive energy. Here it is, the fabled 2 aggressive energies. There's 1/1 back already. Ricochet being perfect. 2, 4, 5. Field commander. Had to step away. How's the blasting? We are about to do the aggressive energy ricochet beam combo, I think. The fabled double. And we're set up with Green Goblin at 5. And so the ricochet beam, double aggressive energy, pushes him, and then we have a full blast. So I'm feeling pretty good. We have an exploit weakness actually already in the deck as well, so we can grab that. Let's stand up. We'll add 1. Oops. Confuse. Encounter card is a Wicked Ambition. Discard X cards from the encounter deck, where X is equal to double the villain stage number. Each time a goblin minion is discarded, choose either take 3 damage or put that minion into play engaged with you. So 4. We're at 8. Sounds like a cool matchup. Only downside is having to play Colossus. Oh, that's sad. Colossus is epic. We'll keep him engaged. 1. Keep him engaged. And we're putting him into play, not revealing him. 2, 3. Okay. I'm wondering if we can ignore them. That's the goal. Okay. So on our turn, we're gonna go find exploit weakness. Is there not? There's only 1 exploit weakness. For some reason, I thought there were multiple exploit weaknesses. They're just both in the discard pile. No. Okay, well, we'll grab practice defense. Well, that changes math a little bit. Have any ways to get stuff back? We don't. That's probably fine. Okay. X Mansion will... Beast has 2 damage. X Mansion will heal Beast. We'll flip up to Cyclops. Practice defense on Goblin. We'll go aggressive energy for Ricochet Beam. So we'll deal 5 damage to Goblin, which will push him. Deal 3 encounter cards. 2, 3. He comes in with 20. Oof. Okay. And then we'll deal 5 more damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to 15. We will Helicarrier a full blast. When you use Optic Blast ability, exhaust Cyclops. We'll use Ruby Quartz Visor. So that's going to be 8 damage to Green Goblin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down to 7. Got 3, 5. Oh no. We're in a lot of trouble. I didn't get it. That being said, I think I had a better time with Colossus than some of those player side schemes that can tutor. That, yes. Yeah, he will very much enjoy that. We're at 8 health. I guess we'll Field Commander, or I guess we'll Martial Prowess 1 by 1 to hit Goblin for 2. 1, 2. Full Blast is 11 damage. No? Oh, it's 8 additional damage. You're so right. So it's 1, 2, 3. Which... Beast. 1, 2. Beautiful. Excellent. Thank you. Yes, that was amazing. Nice. He would have gotten... Yes. Okay, well... That was... What? 25 damage? 25 damage in 1 turn? And only 1 ally attacked. That is the Master Blaster. I mean, that's insane. How would ever assault? Oh, death from above. Oh, we would have been dead. We would have been dead. Taking the attack, the assault, and then another attack, we would have been so dead. My streamer turned into Gambit when he won. Oh, cards fly. Yeah. Throw Field Commander out there. Oh my goodness. That was a fun one. That was a fun one. Nice. Cool. Okay, so just so you all know, my timing consideration, Cyclops slaps. He really does. He really does. It's so impressive. Thank you. That was a fun one. That was a fun one. Really enjoyed it. I wish I got a little bit more with the Ricochet beams. Seeing those at the bottom of the deck was a little sad. But I mean, like, we really didn't have that big of an issue with expert mutagen formula. Like, it is a good matchup because we have a lot of minions. But I mean, expert mutagen formula is not an easy scenario. And this deck handled it like really, really well. We never triggered Utopia, I don't think. Crazy. Yeah, so okay, so my what I told myself when I jumped on the stream is I'm picking 4 decks. We'll probably run through 3 of them. But if we finish the 3rd deck sub 3 hours, we'll go ahead and run the 4th deck. And we're currently at 2 hours, 58 minutes, and 40 seconds. So that is sub 3 hours. So we'll run 1 more deck. We got 1 more game today. Coming right there at the last wire. Love that. So we got 1 more deck. We're going to be running a Gambit deck. And so Gambit is up next. And so... that is what's coming up. Villain. It still handled a lot of minions despite the Ricochet. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it handled so many. And being able to just, like, use the... I love Priority Target. Priority Target just works so well. It's so cool. Especially if you're able to, like, tutor it somehow. And so, you're sitting with your normal hand size. Sorry, your normal hand size. Tutor that. Then you're +2 cards. Whereas normally it's like it is a +1 card effectively, but yeah. Okay, so we got a Gambit. I think it's a Gambit aggression build again. And so any chance you throw in Western, whichever yeah, sure, why not? Let's do a Western game. I'm going to go right back. I actually don't have the Gambit deck built, so I'm going to take a break and build that deck, and we'll be back, and I will see you all soon. Peace.